Well, hi everyone. Welcome back. We're happy to be with you again. And what we thought we'd talk about today is when life has a bite. Sometimes it seems like things happen and there's this ouch, something hurts inside, by something somebody said or something I read, or there's just something happens and it seems like that hurt. So we wanted to look at that a little bit today and see if it's what it appears to be.
Well, the question that comes to me is what makes it hurt? What is it that I'm engaged in that creates this tension and discomfort? And what I see that it comes down to is there's something in my thinking, in my conditioning, that makes me believe I'm right and they're wrong. And that's what creates the pain. It's resisting what is occurring in life.
Yeah, I have a client who the son lots of times doesn't text back or doesn't really share his life as much as she would like, and sometimes it starts to spin. It's just like, oh, he must be mad at me. Oh, what did I do to kind of push him away? And it's like he's not texting, he's not mad, but somehow we start making this stuff up. And that's what puts the teeth in it. We're kind of creating it ourselves. Um, Interesting to see what we've been talking about over and over again is that we're always feeling our moment to moment thinking. And the degree of attention and belief we give to the thoughts that come. Now, it's not unnatural for a mind to think, oh my gosh, my son doesn't text me for a while. Why, is he mad at me? That's not the problem. There's no teeth in that. The words, my son hasn't texted me, don't have teeth. Or sometimes a client will get an email from somebody, and it may be that the words, the way they're put together, they're not very kind. But the words on the screen that we're reading, there's no teeth there. What gives it the teeth is my interpretation of the words or the situation that mean something about me. I'm not enough. I've done something wrong. Going against some belief about how life should show up to where I can feel okay and relax and go on with my life.
Yeah, so what works to take the teeth out of experience? It's so simple, is just welcome it and get curious. Is there something here for me to see? Is there something here for me to learn or explore and investigate? See what might be there that life has brought you as a gift to open, to grow, to learn. Because everything that comes to us, I find after all these years in my life, is packaged as a gift that wants to move me forward into more of what's possible. So all you have to do is welcome it and explore what's here. Is there a gift in this that I might benefit from?
And it can be really simple. It's a shift in our attitude and our relationship to life itself. We have a friend who was telling us the other day about how family are sometimes the best. They bring the greatest gifts, because they've been around a long time. They know us really well. They know right where all the buttons are to push us, to push the buttons and trigger us and give that little bite. And she was explaining how with one sister, it just used to be so difficult because there was, there's always something going on where, she was getting triggered by what her sister was saying or doing. And then she began to get this understanding about how it's all in my thinking. And she began to see how these little things, when she got triggered by what her sister was doing, it wasn't so much a problem that she needed to control by getting her sister to change, so much as she needed to look at what am I resisting in what's going on? What am I pushing back against? What am I saying to myself that this shouldn't be happening the way it's happening because it's happening this way? And so she's seeing now that instead of this sister being a problem in her lives because she's always getting triggered, she still finds that buttons get pushed, old conditioned thinking gets activated, and it's like, oh, but instead of then pushing back against it and saying this shouldn't be happening, and then the whole train of thought that comes up with this, my sister's such a da da da, the line of thinking that comes is, oh, what is there for me to see in this? What is there for me to open to in this? And as she's begun to do that, she actually, it's almost like, I don't think she used these words, but it's almost like she looks forward to the interactions with her sister because it's showing her these areas where she can open in her lives, where she's been closed before. And being closed because she has some thinking about how life should show up. People should be like this and they shouldn't be like that. She's beginning to see that as she opens more and more to the experience she's having in whatever it is from her sister or anything else in life, that there's just more of a sense of freedom and enjoyment. It's like everything becomes enjoyable.
Yeah.
So ironic.
And she's loving the learning that's occurring for her. So she's turning it into a real gift.
Yeah. So isn't it interesting that as we go through life, those things that used to be such problems to us can actually turn around 180 degrees and become the things that are so helpful, so beneficial in our learning how to relate to life in a way that takes the bumps out of the road.
Yeah.
What puts the bumps in the road or the sting or the bite in life is my resisting something. And in that resistance, thinking that the situation has to change in order for me to come back to peace. When in fact, it's that relationship to what I'm believing is going on. This shouldn't happen because I believe through my conditioned thinking that people shouldn't be like that or say those things. They're saying them. It's there. The truth is, this is the way life unfolds. If we want to argue with that reality, if we want to fight back against life because we have a thought that it shouldn't be that way, big bump in the road, sting, bite.
True.
And it's all in our thinking.
Yeah. So all you have to do, it's so simple, is open and welcome it in and explore like a real curious being what might be here for me.
Yeah, I think it's that curiosity. As soon as I start getting curious, I'm going from that contracted place of they're wrong, I'm right, this shouldn't be the way it is. As soon as I get curious, I go, and there's different questions that come up in that curiosity that kind of point me in the direction of opening. It's kind of like, oh, I feel like they're really wrong to have done that. What if I'm wrong? What if there's nothing wrong with what just happened? Or what is there to learn here? Is there something that's showing up here? When I get triggered, to get really curious about what's going on, to ask that, is there something here that I can learn from that will allow me to navigate life in a way that doesn't have the teeth?
Yeah, easy. So recipe, we made yesterday these Christmas savory balls, and they are really good. They have dried cranberries in, and they're flavored with sage, and they're a lentil oat bar ball.
Yeah,
Yeah, really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So give them a try. I think you'll enjoy them a lot.
Yeah, we really liked them. Yeah, really fun. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.